Hello and welcome to Pabbly. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most renowned form builder application, which is Elementor form. And now, how can you integrate Elementor form with different applications using Pabbly Connect? So I'm going to take you through some examples which are like the most trending ones on our website. Like you have save Elementor form data to your MySQL database, or you can add the responses that you receive to your Google Sheets. How can you create Sendinblue contacts or Brevo contacts on Elementor form submissions? Similarly, you have to create Zoho CRM lead whenever the form is submitted. Add leads to different groups on new form submission, and add leads from Elementor forms to Salesforce. So basically, every time you have received a new lead, now you can share this lead to your CRMs or your Google Sheet, your spreadsheet, Excel, mail, etc. Now you have to see which one is really useful for you. These are all these are really useful. So let's not waste any time. I'm going to take you to my screen where we'll learn how to go through the integration step by step. If you're looking for any specific integration, then you can always check our website. So now let's begin.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to save Elementor form data to your MySQL database. So let us begin with a small example. So as you can see, this is a form that I've built using Elementor. And the name of this page is student info. So imagine a person called as Lijam O'Reilly is filling the form. So the full name is Lijam O'Reilly. We have the email and then we have the mobile number. Okay, so this is the mobile number of Lijam O'Reilly. So Lijam O'Reilly is making the form submission. Okay, so he has just clicked on send. So a form submission has been made by a person called as Lijam O'Reilly. Now the idea is that the same details of Lijam O'Reilly will be present in MySQL. So let us have a look. So let me just refresh this. Okay, so this is the table in MySQL. Let me just refresh this. Do we have a Lijam? Yes, we do have a Lijam O'Reilly. This is the email and this is the mobile number. Excellent. So you must be thinking, how did I do it? How did I manage to send the data from Elementor to MySQL? So here I have used an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that integrates Elementor and MySQL. Now the best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. Let me show you the process. So in the new tab, just type pabbly.com, 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 press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Just hover on products and here you will find connect. Just click on connect. Okay, so this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. Just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also create your own free account in just 2 minutes. Scroll down and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this, a dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm planning to give it as Elementor. Elementor to MySQL. Okay, so Elementor to MySQL, and let me just click on create. So when you click on create, you will find two windows, the trigger window as well as the action window. Now using these two windows, we are going to create a new workflow to integrate Elementor and MySQL. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to select the app, the trigger app as Elementor because we want to send the data from Elementor. And in the action, we are going to make it as MySQL because we want to receive the data from Elementor into MySQL. So using these two windows, we are going to create a new workflow. Now you should know this. After building this workflow, I will add the link of this workflow in the description box so that you can clone it and directly access it into your account. Okay, so let us select the choose app as Elementor. Elementor it is. Okay. And in the trigger event, how about we make it as new form submission? New form submission is a trigger event. So you're obviously thinking, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically an if statement. It asks a question, if this condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new form submission happens in Elementor, then what action should be taken by the system? At present, we only have one trigger event, that is new form submission. But in case, if you want more trigger events, approach the help section. Okay, so when you click on the help section, you will be directed to Pabbly forums, and here you can make a request that you want so and so trigger events. Okay, so let me just cancel this. So basically the nutshell here is we are just trying to integrate Elementor to Pabbly Connect. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to take you to my WordPress account, okay, and we're going to create a new page with the help of Elementor. So we are going to the dashboard. Okay, so this is the dashboard, and as you can see, Elementor is already installed in my system. Now, if you're beginning fresh and if Elementor is not involved, then you have to purchase Elementor. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm just going to click on new, okay, and let me just click on page and open this in a new tab. So the idea is that we are going to create a small form with the help of Elementor, a very small form, okay. So add new page, and I'm just going to click on edit with Elementor. Click this. Okay, so we are going to edit it with Elementor, and what we are going to do here is we are going to give a name to this particular page. So I'm planning to give it as something related to student or student info. Okay, so this is the page. Okay, and let me just add some details. Now, first of all, I'm just planning to add a simple form. So this is the form I'm interested in. So this is the form, and we have added the form. Excellent. And okay, I think we are ready. Okay, so now there is something else you have to do. Let me just click on this form to click on edit, and what we are going to do here is we are just going to click on actions after submit. Okay, so basically it is asking when this form is submitted, then what action should be taken. So I want the action as webhooks. So the data that is submitted here goes to webhooks, and it will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So let me just cancel this present action, that is it is demanding to send it as an email. So I'm just canceling this. Scroll down, and here you will find webhooks. Click this. Okay, now just click on the webhook, and here we are going to add the webhook URL. So you're obviously thinking how I'm going to get the webhook URL. So let me just go to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the webhook URL you want. Copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so we have added the webhook URL. Let me just click on publish. So a new form has been published. Okay, so let me just have a look. Unfortunately, we haven't given the name to this form. Okay, so this is the form. Okay, and what we're going to do here is we are going to enter some details in this particular form. Okay, new details of students. So when the submission is made by that student, the data will be gone to Pabbly Connect. So it is showing that it is waiting for the data. Okay, so let's conduct the experiment. So this time the person who is filling on the form is Lucy Black. So these are the details of Lucy Black. Okay, so this is the full name, Lucy Black. This is the email, lucyblack27@gmail.com, and this is basically her phone number. In the message section, I'm just going to add the phone number. Okay, I forgot to actually change the title. Anyway, so this is the name, Lucy Black. This is the email, and this is basically the message. Now the data has been entered here. So let us have a look in Pabbly Connect whether Pabbly Connect has captured this detail or not. So yeah, we do have the detail. So this is basically the message. Remember, this is the phone number. I unfortunately forgot to change the title from message to phone number, but I hope you can understand that. Then we have the name as Lucy Black, and this is the email. So we are going to create a data row with the help of this particular data in MySQL, and this is how you do it. In the action window, you select the choose app as MySQL. MySQL it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as insert row, because we just want to create a new row. Okay, and let me just click on connect. Now we have to fill in the database username, database password, host, database, as well as the port. Now if you are working with MySQL, you obviously know all these details. So I'm not going to show you my details due to privacy concerns. Okay, I repeat this again. You have to enter your database username, database password, host, database, as well as the port. So let me just enter mine. Okay, so I have entered my details. All I have to do at this point is just click on save. So when I click on save, I will find a set of blanks. The purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to insert all the data that we have received from Elementor into MySQL via Pabbly Connect. Now we have the table name as status, and we have a different bunch of tables. So these are all the tables we have. Now out of these tables, I'm interested in this particular table, that is student info. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to change the name from status to student info. So as you can see, these are the tables. Okay, these are the rows we have, the name, the email, as well as the mobile number. These are the fields we have. Now we are going to map it. So let's start with the ID. Now the ID is auto-generated, so we are just going to ignore this field. Now we have the name. We just click here, and remember this is the data that we have received from Elementor. So we have the name, that is Lucy Black. So this is the data. We click here, and we have the Elementor data as Lucy Black. Then we have the email. So let me just map the email. This is the email. And then we have the mobile number. So this is the mobile number and we have mapped it. So we have mapped all these details. To enter this data into MySQL, all you have to do is just click on save and send test request. And it has already generated the ID. The ID is 10. So let's have a look. Let me just refresh this table, student info. So let's explore. Do we have a Lucy Black? Yes. Lucy Black, and this is the email lucyblack27@gmail.com, and this is her phone number. So we have got all the details in this particular table of MySQL. Now before you leave, since this integration is complete, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just minimize this action window and let me just minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated Elementor to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to MySQL. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Elementor and MySQL.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn how to add Elementor form data to Google Sheet. So imagine this, you have generated a lead called as John from your Elementor form. You have John's name, email address, and all those details. So you want to send this data of John to Google Sheet, maybe to analyze the data further or just to create a backup. So here you have two choices. The first choice is you copy all the data from Elementor, sort it out, and manually paste it into Google Sheet. Now this process is very tiresome. So I will introduce you to the second method, that you bring in some automation. So here what will happen is, when a new form is submitted in Elementor, it will automatically add this data to Google Sheet. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Elementor and Google Sheet. Now this little integration can be done in very few steps. And the best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. Let me show you on my screen.
Okay, so to begin the process, first type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly.com, press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Here hover on products, and here you will find the option called as connect. Click on connect and then just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also create your own free account in just 2 minutes. Here, I would like to mention one more thing, that Pabbly Connect offers a plan where this integration can be tried out absolutely free. So you just have to clone the template of its workflow, which is available in the description box. Once you clone the template, you will get immediate access to this amazing workflow in your account. Okay, so scroll down and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this, a dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I am going to give it as Elementor to Google Sheets. Elementor to Google Sheets. And then just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Elementor? Okay, Elementor website builder. Okay, so now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new form submission? Okay, so new form submission is a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new form submission is made, then what action should be taken by the system? At present, there is only one trigger event, that is new form submission. Now in case if you want more triggers of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com for the specific trigger that you want to build. But at present, I just want to send the data when a new form submission is made in Elementor. Okay, so basically the gist is we are just trying to integrate Elementor to Pabbly Connect. So let's have a visit to our website. So as you can see, this is a form that I have built using Elementor. So to begin the integration, first of all, I'm going to click on edit with Elementor. So this is the form that I had built with Elementor. So I'm just clicking on edit with Elementor. So the site is opening up. Okay, so as you can see, this is the form. Okay, so I'm just going to click this. Okay, and scroll down. And here you will find the option called as actions after submit. So basically it is asking what action should be taken after you have submitted the form, after a respondent has submitted the form. So I'm just clicking this. Now the action should be, we want to send the data through webhook. So let's make it as webhook. Okay, so now an option called as webhook appears. So just click this. Okay, so here you have to paste the webhook URL. Now to paste the webhook URL, let's go to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the webhook URL you want. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the webhook URL. So let me just click on update. Okay, so we have updated this particular form. So basically the gist is we have integrated this particular form to Pabbly Connect. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make some entries in this particular form. Okay, and when an entry is made, Pabbly Connect has to capture the data. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me go to Pabbly Connect and let me just click on this button, capture webhook response. Click this. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to this form. Okay, so this is the form. So I'm just going to enter some data. So imagine this, a person called as Aaron has entered the data. So this is the name and this is the company he works in. Okay. So the first name of this guy is Aaron, the last name is Manuel, this is the email and this is the company he works in and this is the mobile. So basically we want to send all this data to Pabbly Connect. So let me just submit this form. Okay, so let's click on send. Okay, so the form data was sent successfully. So let's have a look in Pabbly Connect whether it has captured this data or not. Oh yes, the data has been captured. This is because we have integrated Elementor to Pabbly Connect. So let me just scroll down and let's have a look. So we have the first name as Aaron, the last name is Manuel. This is the email aaronmanuel1991@gmail.com. The company is Tesla and this is the phone number. So basically now we are planning to send all this data to Google Sheets. Now to do that, all you have to do is just scroll down and click on this plus button. So when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Google Sheets? Google Sheets. Now in the action event, how about we make it as add new row? Okay, so add new row is an action event. Now there are many more action events like append values, update values, delete values, copy a sheet, delete a sheet, get rows, update row, and so on. All of them are a bunch of action events. Now just like the triggers, if you have a trouble finding a particular action event or if you want to build a particular action event, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to add a new row in Google Sheet. Okay, so just click on connect with Google Sheet. Now before we connect with Google Sheet, your obvious question is why we have kept the action event as add new row. Now to explain you that, let me take you to my Google Sheet. So this is my Google Sheet. It has been titled database from Elementor. And these are the columns I have: the first name, the last name, email, company, and mobile. So the idea is that the data will be appended into adjacent rows one by one. First, this name row will be appended, then the last name, then the email, the company, and the mobile. So the data will be appended into adjacent rows one by one. That is why we have kept the action event as add new row. It will be automatically very clear to you. Just let me just connect with Google Sheet. Okay, so in the new credentials, just again click on connect with Google Sheets. Okay, so as you can see, these are the series of Gmail accounts I have. Now this particular Google Sheet is present in this account. So I'm selecting this one. Okay, so now Pabbly Connect is asking me to confirm my choice just to give access to my Google Sheets. Now before you click on allow, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. Okay, so on the basis of that trust, just press allow. Okay, so it is showing the authorization is successful. Just press OK. Okay, so as you can see in the spreadsheet, it is showing database from Elementor. And when we expand the list, we do have in the dropdown a ton of lists. So basically, these are all the list that is spreadsheets that is present in my Google account, Gmail account. So I just want to select this particular Google Sheet because I want to insert all the data into this Google Sheet. Okay, database from Elementor. So I'm selecting this one. Now in the sheet, it is showing it as sheet 1. This is because there is only one sheet, that is sheet 1. Okay, so that is being simply reflected here, sheet 1. Okay, so then we have the first name, the last name, email, company, and the mobile. So basically these are all the columns that is present here. So Pabbly Connect has sorted all these columns as blanks. So basically we have to map all the details into these blanks. So let me introduce you to this button. This is called as the mapping button. When we click this, you will find all the data that we have received from Elementor. So let's start mapping. So this in the first name, we are just going to map in the name, that is Aaron. Then in the last name, this is the last name, Manuel. And we have mapped the last name. So we are going to map the email. This is the company. So the company he works is in Tesla. And this is the mobile. So this is the mobile. Okay. So we have mapped all the details. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on save and send test request to send the data to Google Sheet. So let me just do that. Okay, so the API response is showing the data has been sent. So let's have a look. Okay, so we have the first name, the last name, the email. So this is the email. Okay. Then this is the company and this is the mobile. Excellent. So the presence of this data in Google Sheets shows that we have successfully integrated Elementor and Google Sheets with help of Pabbly Connect. So how about we double check if our integration is working fine or not? But before we do that, let me take you to Pabbly Connect and let me explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just minimize this action window and minimize this trigger window. Okay, so basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Elementor to Pabbly Connect and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Google Sheets. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Elementor and Google Sheets. Okay, so let's make some more entries. So this time the guy is Tom Cruise and the email is tomcruise1234@gmail.com. The company he works is DLF and this is his phone number. So let me just click on send. Okay, so it is showing the form has been sent successfully. So let's have a look in Google Sheet. Do we have the data from Elementor? Okay, so we do have the name, that is Tom, the last name is Cruz, this is the email, this is the company, and this is the phone number or the mobile number. So our integration is working absolutely fine. This means anytime a form submission happens in Elementor, it will be reflected as a data in Google Sheets.
Hey everyone, in this video we are going to learn how you can automatically add Elementor form responses to your Sendinblue. Here, Elementor and Sendinblue are two different applications and there is no direct connection between Elementor and Sendinblue. That's why we are going to integrate both of these applications with the help of an integration software, that is Pabbly Connect. So that whenever a new form is submitted in Elementor, Pabbly Connect will automatically create contact in Sendinblue. And you know what the best part is? This process requires no coding knowledge and any non-technical person can also do this easily. So let's begin with an example and learn the whole process. Okay, so this is my Elementor form. Here I have created this form and here in the Sendinblue this is the contact list, that is Elementor list, and I have created some contact through that Elementor through Pabbly Connect. Now I'm going to fill another form as a response here, and as I'm adding name as Annie D'Souza. Let me just capitalize this T. Okay, now here the email is d'souza@gmail.com. Okay, now here phone number, some random one. Okay, one more. Okay, so here the city is suppose Delhi. Okay, now I'm going to click on this send and will send the response of the form. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so it is taking some time. Okay, the form was sent successfully. Now I'm going back to this contact list of my Sendinblue and there I'll see whether we have received the detail of this form that we have recently submitted or not. Okay, so here in the Sendinblue. Okay, so here is the email and here is the first name, last name, and we have received the form details that have recently submitted. Okay, so here we have connected our Elementor with Sendinblue. Now to initiate the process and to learn the whole process, let's type pabbly.com in the new tabs browser, that is pabbly.com. Okay, now press enter. Okay, so this is the site of Pabbly. Here you have to click on products and you have to click on connect. Okay, now this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. Here you have to click on sign in. As I have already created my account, that's why I'm directly signing in. You can also create your free account just in 2 minutes. So here this is my account and here I'm going to click on this connect access now. That's how you will reach to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here you have to create the workflow with the help of this create workflow button. So just click on it and here we are going to create a workflow and I'm going to name it as Elementor to Sendinblue. Okay, now click on create. Okay, so this is the name of your workflow. Here I would like to mention that I will add the link of this workflow in the description box. You can directly clone it and directly access it into your account. Okay, so whenever you'll click on create, these two windows will appear. This is known as trigger window and this one, that is action, this one. This is known as action window. Okay, so here you might be thinking what is this trigger action or trigger action window. So let me tell you, when it comes to automation in Pabbly Connect, it works on the concept of triggers and action. trigger says when this happens, action says do this. Suppose in this use case, whenever a new form is submitted in Elementor will be a trigger, and create contact in Sendinblue will be the action of this process. Okay. So in the trigger window, we are going to select the trigger application, and we are going to connect our trigger application with Pabbly Connect, and then we will connect our Pabbly Connect with our action application. Okay, so here suppose our trigger application is Elementor, so we are going to make a connection between Elementor and Pabbly Connect. Then we are making a connection between Pabbly Connect and our Sendinblue. Okay, so here in the choose app section, choose it as Elementor. Okay. Okay, now the trigger event as new form submission. Okay, so here we have got this webhook URL. Now we have to follow this step. Okay, so here I'm going back to this Elementor, and here I'm going to just click on this form, and here in the edit section. Okay, so here we have got these fields, and here I'm going to click on this action after submit section. Okay, so here I'm going to cross it, and here I'm adding it as webhook. Okay, now here in the webhook section I'm just going to click on it, and here webhook URL. Now which URL? This URL. Okay, so you have to just copy it, and it is waiting for webhook response. Okay, so I'm going to here, and here I'm just pasting my URL, webhook URL. Okay, now here I'm going to publish it. Okay, so here we have created our post, and here post is live. So here it is showing the page. Okay, so this is the form page. Okay, so I've already created this form, and here I'm going to fill this form, and here it is waiting for the webhook response. That means it is waiting for the form submission. Okay, so here I'm going here, sorry, this one particularly. Okay, so here I'm going to just add the first name, last name, email, and phone number. Okay, so here the first name, suppose Shreya Jen. Okay, and the email is suppose shreya@gmail.com. Okay, and here the phone number. Okay, now here I'm going to click on this send button over here. Okay, now I'm submitting the form response. Okay, that was sent successfully. Now I'm going back to Pabbly Connect, and here we have received the details of the form. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to send these details to our action application, that is Sendinblue. Okay, so we have received the details in Pabbly Connect. Now we are sending details from Pabbly Connect to our action application, that is Sendinblue. So here in the action application, I'm going to just click on this choose app section, and here I'm going to choose it as Sendinblue, this one. Okay, now here the action event is create a contact. Okay, okay, now click on connect, and here you have to enter the API key. So you have to follow this instruction, or you can just simply click on this and open link in new tab. Okay, so here the API key section, and here you have to create your API. So here create a new API key, and here you can name it as whatever you want. So I'm naming it as Elementor 1. Okay, now generate. Okay, so our API key has been generated. Now I'm copying it from here. Okay, and I'm just pasting it there. Okay, okay, so here just paste it. Okay, and click on save. So you have successfully saved your credentials. Now here all the field will be visible, that is select list ID, update enable status, and SMS blacklisted, new email, first name, last name, phone number, and email. Okay, so everything is visible here. Now here select list ID. Here what is visible? All the list in your Sendinblue. Okay, so here these are the list, and these all lists will be visible in this particular drop down section. Okay, so here I have recently created this list, that is forms by Elementor. So I'm just clicking on it, and this is my list. I'm just showing you. Okay, this is my list, and here it is empty. Okay, no contacts meet your criteria here now. Okay, so here I'm just going to add here Pabbly Connect, and here I'm just going to fill the fields. Okay, so updates enable status. So no, I don't want to update my status, that's why I'm taking it as false. Okay, So here blacklisted email false, yeah, and here that all the three fields I'm keeping it as false because I don't want to enable these fields. Okay, so here I'm going to just check here, and here I'm just adding the email. Okay, so these details, what are these details? These are the same details that we got in this window, trigger window, and here in the mapping section these are visible. Okay, so here directly from here I'm going to map it, and here this is the email. Okay, now here the first name, I'm going to map the first name, that is Shreya. Okay, and here the last name, that is Jen. Okay, now here in the phone and the phone number section, you have to add the phone number in these formats. So I'm just adding 91, that is my country code, and here I'm just adding the number. Okay, so we have successfully filled the details. Now I'm just going to click on save and send test request here. Okay, so click on it. Okay, so the response received, that means we have received the ID of the number of that contact created. Okay, so this is the ID of the contact created in Sendinblue. Okay, so I'm going to check my contact list in that Sendinblue. Okay, so here, okay, so we have received the details, that is first name, last name, this is the number, and this is the email ID. Okay, so we have successfully created contact from Elementor form response to here in Sendinblue with the help of Pabbly Connect. Okay, now I'm going to Pabbly Connect, and here I'm minimizing the windows. Okay, this is action window and this is trigger window. Okay, so I'm going to summarize it what we have done here. Okay, so Elementor and Sendinblue are two different applications. We have connected these two applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Here first we have collected the data from Elementor to Pabbly Connect, and then we have sent the data from Pabbly Connect to Sendinblue. That's how we have connected Elementor and Sendinblue. Okay, so here not just these two applications, you can integrate multiple software and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. Here link of Pabbly Connect, and this workflow is given in the description.
Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly Connect. So in this video we will learn how to integrate Elementor and Zoho CRM. So our use case is pretty simple. When a new form submission is made in Elementor, it will automatically create a lead in Zoho CRM. Now Elementor is an awesome WordPress website builder, and Zoho CRM is an excellent sales CRM tool. So what we are going to do is, we are going to send the data from Elementor to Zoho CRM. But there is one minor problem. There is no integration between Elementor and Zoho CRM. So in cases like these, we need to bring a third app to properly connect them both. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Elementor and Zoho CRM. And the best part of using Pabbly Connect is, there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen.
Okay, so to begin the process, first type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly.com. Press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Here hover on products, and at the bottom you will find the option called as connect. Click on connect and then click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also create your own free account in just 2 minutes. Here I would like to mention one more thing, that Pabbly Connect offers a plan where this integration can be tried out absolutely free. So you just have to clone the template of its workflow, which is available in the description box. Once you clone the template, you will get immediate access to this amazing workflow in your account. Okay, so scroll down and at the bottom you will find connect. Just click on access now. At the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this. A dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I am going to give it as Elementor to Zoho CRM. Elementor to Zoho CRM, and then just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Elementor? Okay, this one, Elementor website builder. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new form submission? Now new form submission is basically a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? So if a new form submission is made, then what action should be taken by the system? Now at present, there is only one trigger event, that is new form submission. Now in case if you want more triggers of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com for the specific trigger that you want to build. But at present, I just want to send the data when a new form submission is made in website builder of Elementor. Okay, so basically what we are going to do here is we are going to integrate Elementor to Pabbly Connect. So let's have a visit to our WordPress. So this is my WordPress and I'm going to select this page. Okay, there is a page that I have developed called as Zoho CRM, and this page has been developed with the help of Elementor. So let's have a look. Okay, so this is the page, Zoho CRM lead. Okay, so I'm just going to click on edit. I'm going to open this in a new tab. Okay, and edit with Elementor. Okay, so it's opening. Okay, so we are just going to click here. Okay, so scroll down and here you will find the option actions after submit. Just click this. Okay, so basically we want to add an action. So the action will be something like the webhook. So basically we want to send the data through webhook. That is why we have added the action as webhook. Okay, so after we have added the action as webhook, you will find the option called as webhook. Click this. Okay, so here you have to enter the webhook URL. So your obvious question is where I'm going to get the webhook URL. So let's have a visit to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so this is your webhook URL. Okay, basically copy this and enter here. Okay, so we have entered the webhook URL. Just click on update. So basically it means that we have integrated this particular page to Pabbly Connect. So it means that whenever there is a new entry made in this particular page, Pabbly Connect has to capture the data. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures the data, let me click on this button, capture webhook response. Click this. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So let me go to this page. I'm going to open this in a new tab, the whole page in a new tab. I'm just going to click on view. Okay, so this is the page and imagine a person is filling the fields. So a person called as Jerry Maguire. Okay, the first name is Jerry, the last name is Maguire, and this is the email, Jerry Maguire. Okay, so this is the email, Jerry Maguire 1423@gmail.com, and the company he works is Tesla. Okay, so these are the details. Just click on send. Okay, so the form was sent successfully. Okay, so let's have a look in Pabbly Connect. Since it is integrated with this particular form in Elementor, has it captured this data or not? Okay, so as you can see, the data has been captured. So the first name is Jerry, the last name is Maguire, the email is jerrymaguire1423@gmail.com, the company is Tesla. Excellent. So basically all you have to do is now sync all this detail to Zoho CRM. So to do that, all we have to do is just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Zoho CRM. Zoho CRM. And in the action event, since we are only interested in creating a lead, let's make it as create a lead. Okay, so there are many more action events like create contact, add tag to lead, convert lead, and so on. All of them are a bunch of action events. Now, just like the triggers, if you want more action events according to your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com to custom build an action event for you. But at present, I just want to create a lead in Zoho CRM. Okay, so just click on connect with Zoho CRM. In the new credentials, just again click on connect with Zoho CRM. Okay, so now it is demanding a domain name. So basically, let me show you my Zoho CRM. So this is my Zoho CRM. All you have to do is just copy this. Okay, zoho.com. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so just click on done. Okay, so when you click on done, Pabbly Connect is demanding access to Zoho CRM. Now, before you click on accept, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So on the basis of that trust, just click on accept. Okay, so it is showing the authorization is successful. Just click on OK. Okay, so when you click on OK, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of this blank is very simple. We are going to create a lead in Zoho CRM from the data that we have received from Elementor via Pabbly Connect. So let me introduce you to this button. This is called as the mapping button. All you have to do is just click this, and in case it's the blank is of a company, all we have to do is enter the data. The company is Tesla. Okay, easy. Similarly, in the first name, we are just going to enter the first name, that is Jerry. Now in the last name is Maguire, Okay, so we have entered the first name, the last name, the company, etc. We don't have any detail regarding the designation, so we are leaving it as empty, but we have the data regarding the email. So this is the email. No data regarding the phone number, not about the fax, mobile, website, nope, nothing. So in the lead source, how about we make it as web research, and the lead status, contacted, industry, large enterprise. So now coming to this part called as annual revenue, we don't have any data regarding that, so I'm keeping it as 0. Okay, the Skype ID, nope, nothing. The street, the city, any address related details, nope, we don't have it. Now in the state, country, zip code, nothing. Okay, so basically we are satisfied with these details. All we have to do is just click on this button, save and send test request to create a lead. Okay, so the API response is showing the data has been sent to Zoho. So let's have a look in Zoho whether we have a lead called as Jerry. So let me refresh Zoho CRM. Okay. Yes, there is a guy called as Jerry Maguire, and the company he works is Tesla, and this is the email. Excellent. So the presence of this lead in Zoho CRM shows we have successfully integrated Zoho CRM and Elementor with help of Pabbly Connect. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to make one more entry in Elementor so that we can double check it. But before we do that, let me show you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to minimize my action window and I'm going to minimize my trigger window. Okay, so basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Elementor to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Zoho CRM to Pabbly Connect. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Elementor and Zoho CRM. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make one more entry. Okay, so this time the guy is Lucent, okay, and he works in Ford Motors, and the company is of course Ford Motors. Okay, just click on send. Okay, so the form data was sent successfully. So let's have a look in Zoho CRM. So let me refresh this. Okay, yes, we have a guy called as Lucent CRM, and the company is Ford Motors, and this is the email address. Excellent. So our integration is working absolutely fine. This means when a new form submission happens in Elementor, it will be reflected as a lead in Zoho CRM.
How to get SMS from Elementor forms automatically. So in this video, I'll show you whenever the Elementor form is submitted, how you can get the SMS notification automatically of each form submission. And here for receiving the SMS, I'm going to use this Twilio application. And I just need to connect Elementor forms and Twilio application in order to automate this process. And after that, every time someone is going to submit the form, we will automatically get notified on our phone via SMS. So if you also want to automate this Elementor form notification process, come with me and I'll show you the whole process step by step. So this is my website where I have embedded this Elementor forms, and I want that every time this form is submitted, I should get the notification on my phone via SMS. And for receiving the SMS, I'm going to use this Twilio application, and to create this automation, firstly I'll have to connect my Elementor forms and Twilio application, and I'm going to do that with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software, and you can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect. And using this software, you can connect multiple applications and automate your task. I will also attach this link in my description box for your reference. Now, if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, you will have to sign up for free, where you will also get free tasks every month in your account in order to test these kinds of amazing automation. I am already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I have clicked on sign in, then clicked on access now, and this is how I have reached to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now, firstly, you will have to click on this blue button that is create workflow, and simply provide a random name to your automation, to your workflow. So I'm providing the name as when Elementor form is submitted, get SMS notification. And here for receiving the SMS, I'm actually using this Twilio application. But let's say you want to use some other SMS application, you can also connect that application within this automation and start receiving the SMS.
noise. Okay, and after clicking on that create button, you can see there are two boxes visible in front of me, trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say send an email via Gmail application, and here according to our use case, whenever Elementor form application is submitted, automatically get notification via Twilio application. So this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are setting up an automation. And here we are building the automation in between Elementor forms and Twilio. So that is why the first application here I have chosen is Elementor form, and I want that whenever a new form submission is made, this automation should trigger. So that is why I've selected this particular trigger event. Well, I just have a single trigger event only. Okay, now after selecting these two things, here you can see a webhook URL is appeared in front of me. You can even read these instructions. So firstly, you will have to copy this particular webhook URL, and as soon as you are going to copy this, read the instructions that log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Okay, so before we do this particular step, firstly you will have to read these instructions, and basically we are going to connect our Elementor form with the Pabbly Connect so that the new form submission data can be captured here in the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so here is the form which I have created, and I am going to edit this particular page. The page name is actually car driving school. I am going to edit it with the Elementor, and here I have actually copied this webhook URL, and I am going to paste this webhook URL here into my Elementor form so that I can easily connect my form and the Twilio application. So here is the form. I'm going to click on this particular form, and you will see several fields are visible here. So you will have to go to this extension after submit, and here you will find an option of webhook. Okay, if you are not finding this option, you'll have to click on this particular field, and here from the drop down you can select this webhook, and after that you will have to open this webhook option, and here exactly you will have to paste the same webhook URL which you have received via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so where is the form? Okay, here is that form in which I have pasted my webhook URL. Now I'll be clicking on this update button, and this is how my Elementor form and Pabbly Connect is connected now. And whenever I'm going to make a dummy submission in that particular form, you will see how the same data will be captured here. Okay, let me even show you the live example for the same. Okay, so here I am going to open this particular form. Well, the form is already open, or how about I open it from this particular option. Okay, so I have clicked on the view button, and here is my form, and assume that a random person is actually submitting up this particular form. Okay, so demo customer is the name of the person. All right, and here it is asking for the email address. So I am adding just a dummy email address as admin@pabblytudes.com. Okay, so I have provided the details. Let me correct the spelling first for this email ID. All right, asking for the mobile ID. So again I am going to provide the dummy mobile number here only. Okay, alright, so I have provided all the details, clicking on submit, and the form was sent successfully. Now when I'll come back to Pabbly Connect, you will see the same response will be received immediately right after the form submission, because this trigger application is actually instant. This trigger will instantly capture new incoming data, and the workflow execution will start in real time. And here let me show you the details one by one. Okay, so here we have the form name, here we have the same phone number, the last name as the customer, the first name as the demo, and finally the same email address which we have provided at the time of submission. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the first step of our automation of our integration is working absolutely fine. Now we are going to move further, and here I am going to search for the Twilio application because I want to get a notification about the same form submission, and I'm going to do that with the help of Twilio only. Okay, I'm going to get the SMS via Twilio only. Now it is asking to select the action event, so I'm going to select the send SMS message, and here instead of sending the SMS to the customer, to the person, here I will send the SMS to myself. Okay, now for the connection it is asking for the account SID, the authorization token, and again the account SID. Okay, and it has also provided a hyperlink. Okay, so I have clicked on that particular link, and here you will see that how it will directly take us to that specific location. Here I'll have to provide the detail, I'll have to provide the code. Alright, so I have provided the code, and after providing the code, you will see how I will directly reach to that specific place where I will get the API key and the account SID. Alright, it is taking time. Here you can find the API keys and tokens option on which I have clicked, and here if I'll go down, you will find the live credentials, and here is the account ID. I have copied this particular ID and I am going to paste the same ID in both these places. Asking for the authorization token, so here if you will click on this request a secondary token, you will get the token, and if you'll click on this view button, you will also find the token here which I have copied, and again I am going to paste it here. Clicking on the save button, and you will see how your Twilio account will be immediately connected with Pabbly Connect. Now I just need to provide these details, so it is asking for the body of the message. Okay, so enter the entire SMS message. Here you can use BR for the new line character. Okay, so here I'm going to compose a nice SMS which I would like to receive on my phone. Hello manager, a new form submission has been made. Here are the details. Okay, and here I'm going to map the details one by one, the name, the last name, the email. Here I'm going to map the phone number. Okay, and this is how all these details, whatever the message, whatever the text I am providing here, the exact text will be received on our phone number. You will see how. Okay, how about I change it as the first name, and a colon should appear here, and in front of these particular values I am going to add the same value which we have just received in our previous step, and I don't need to manually copy the data and paste it here. If you will click on this particular field, okay, let me show you once again. If you will click on this particular field, you will find the above data, the same data here in the drop down. Now you just need to select that specific field. So in front of this first name, I want this demo to be appear. In front of this last name, I want this customer to appear. In front of this email address, of course the email should appear, and you can even search for the same values directly from the search bar. Again I have mapped it, and finally searching for the phone number. Okay, let me map the phone number as well, and here we have received the phone number. Okay, so this is the message which I am about to receive, asking for the sender number and the recipient number. Well, in place of this recipient number, instead of mapping the number from any other place, I am going to add my number only, or basically the number in which you would like to receive the notification. And in case of sender number, well, the Twilio has already provided a sender number, and I am going to use the same number. Here is the my Twilio phone number. I'm going to copy the same and pasting it here. Alright, now it is asking for the recipient mobile number. So here I will add my genuine number in place of this recipient number, and I will even upload a screenshot that what kind of message I have actually received automatically. Okay, so let me provide a number here, and make sure the number should be provided in this particular format only. Alright, so I have provided the number and clicked on this button save and send test request, and here you can see the response has been received and the SMS has also sent. Let me upload the screenshot. Let me first check my phone whether I have actually received this particular SMS or not. Alright, here you can see I have received the SMS on my phone automatically in real time. I have just created this automation inside Pabbly Connect once, and now what will happen, every time my form is going to submit here, I will automatically get notified on my phone that a new submission has been arrived or my form has actually submitted by some XYZ person. Okay, so this is how you can automate this process, and you just need to set this automation inside Pabbly Connect once, and after that everything will done with the help of automation. Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. In case you want to clone this whole workflow which I have created in front of you into your Pabbly Connect account, by simply clicking on this particular link, you can actually get the same workflow clone into your account, that too for free. And I am going to attach this workflow link into my description box.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and in this video you will learn how you can use Elementor form submissions to create contact in Pipedrive CRM application automatically. So guys, many companies and businesses use CRM applications like Pipedrive to create, to build a pipeline or to build better relationship with their customers. But guys, the issue is they have to manually sort out and collect the details of their leads and customers and add them one by one into CRM applications like Pipedrive. So this manual process is very problematic and time consuming as well. So the better and the efficient way to solve this issue is automation. Let me show you how. So to use automation to solve this issue, you just have to create a form with the help of, let's say, Elementor form plugin, and you have to share this form with your audience or embed it in your website. And as and when you'll receive a form submission from your lead or customer, the same person who have filled this form is going to be created as a contact in Pipedrive CRM automatically. So you need not to manually sort out the details. It will happen automatically, and to make this happen we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation tool. And guys, the best part of setting up this automation is that you will not require any kind of coding skills or programming knowledge, so anyone can set up this automation easily. So now let's set up this automation together. So guys, the first step to set up this automation is to log in into your Pabbly Connect account, and for this you can check the link in the description that we have pasted for you, from where you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes, and it will give you 100 free automation tasks for every month. Okay, so here after signing up, you can sign in and reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect like this. And here you have to start working by creating a workflow. So to create a workflow, you just have to click here on this create workflow button, and here you can give any suitable name to your workflow. So let me fill the name here. So I have given the name to this workflow as create contacts from Elementor form submissions into Pipedrive. Okay, now you can click here on this create button and you can see your workflow getting created here like this. Okay, and on this page guys, you will find these two things, the trigger and the action. So this automation is going to work on these things. So the trigger here is the happening of any event. So it is saying when this happens, and the action is the response to the trigger. So it is saying do this. Alright, as in our use case, the trigger would be a new submission from Elementor form, and the action to that trigger would be to add the contact who have filled this form into Pipedrive application. Okay, so first of all you have to set up your trigger. So click here, and from this choose app field, choose your trigger application first. So our trigger application is Elementor form plugin, so select it. Okay, and in the trigger event, you have to select this new form submission. So it will trigger this workflow when a new form is submitted. Okay, select it. Then it will give you this URL. This is called as a webhook URL guys, and it is used to fetch the data out from any external application to here in Pabbly Connect. So here you can read the instructions to make the connection with Elementor plugin. Okay, let me show you how you can do this. So first of all, you have to open your form from WordPress, and here is the form that I have created. So it's a kind of subscription form for our emails. Okay, so here you have to click here on this edit with Elementor option, and the editor of Elementor plugin will open up. Okay, and from this page, when you click on any of the field on the form, you will see on the left hand side panel this content tab. And under this content tab, when you scroll down, you will find this actions after submit button. Click on actions after submit, and here from this add action window, you have to search for webhook action. Okay, this one is webhooks. Add this here. Okay, and as you add this here, you will find this webhooks tab below here. Click on webhook, and here you will find this webhook URL field. So here you have to paste the webhook URL. So just copy the webhook URL from your workflow and paste this webhook URL here in this field like this. Okay, then click on update button here and update your form page. Okay, so you can see the form is updated right now, and here you can see in your workflow, as you have copied this webhook URL, started showing this waiting for the webhook's response. So this means now you have to do a test submission, or you have to fill the form on behalf of any customer or lead. So it will be a demo form submission, and we are going to capture the data of that form submission here, and with the help of that demo data we are going to move forward here in this automation. Okay, so I'm going to open my form. I'm clicking on view page here. Okay, and here I'm going to fill this form. So here I'm going to fill this form on the name as Michael Karas. Okay, this is the email of Michael, and this is the phone number. I'm clicking on send here, and you can see the form was sent successfully. Now let's check in Pabbly Connect if we got the data. So we got the details here from the form submission like this. You can see the first name, the last name of the person, and the email address and the phone number. Okay, so this is how you can get the data from Elementor form to here in Pabbly Connect. And after this, you want to add the same person in Pipedrive application as a contact. So for that, you have to connect your Pipedrive application in this action step. So from here, now you have to choose your application as Pipedrive. Okay, this is Pipedrive, and in the action event you have to select create person option. Select create person, then click on connect, and from this window select add new connection, and here it will ask for this API token. So you will find this API token by logging into your Pipedrive account, and after logging in you have to go to settings, and in the personal preferences settings you will find this API key or the token. So let me show you. This is my Pipedrive applications dashboard, and here I'm going to click on this profile icon, and here you will find this personal preferences option. Click on personal preferences, and under this personal preferences page you will find this API tab, and here is the personal API token. So yes, you can generate a new token by clicking here on generate new token button, or you can after generating the token you just have to copy this token from here and paste it here in this API token field in the workflow. Okay, now you can click on save, and you will be connected with Pipedrive like this. Okay, now it is asking, you can see, for the name and the owner and the organization or all these fields to fill up to create a person or a contact in Pipedrive. So we are going to use this demo data that we have captured from Elementor step, and we are going to map this data in the second step to create a contact. Okay, so to map this data you just have to click here on this name field, and you will find this Elementor step in the drop down, and from here you will find the first name. Okay, let me map the full name. Okay, and in the owner you can you can type the name of the owner. Okay, or you can choose if it is showing the list of the owner. So it is not showing anything, you can fill it if you have this data. So you can map the name of the organization as well. Okay, you can map the email. Let me map the email here. This is the email address, and you can map the phone number. This is the phone number. Okay, and label option ID, enter the person label option ID. You can get the label option ID with the help of get person fields details. So if you want to fill the label option, you can use this get person details in the action step. So that's a different thing. It is not compulsory, so I'm leaving this blank. And visibility, you can select the visibility of this contact to owner only, or to entire company, or you can choose any option. So here I'm selecting owners visibility group. Okay, now you can check the connection with Pipedrive if it is working properly or not by clicking here on save and send test request. Okay, so as I'm going to click on save and send test request, a new contact will be added up here in this person's list or the contacts list. Okay, let me show you. I'm clicking on save and send test request, and let's see what happens. And you can see it is showing this kind of response. Okay, and here let me show you if this contact here, and here you can see a new contact named as Michael Karas is added here like this. Okay, so this is how it is going to work in real time, guys. Okay, so now let me give you a quick recap what we have done here. So first of all, in the trigger section I connected Elementor, and with the help of this URL I connected the form and fetched the demo data like this. After this, I connected Pipedrive application in the actions tab and mapped the required data to create a person like this. And we have seen that our connection is working fine. So guys, you have to set up this automation and map the data only once. After that, you don't have to do anything manually here. After that, as and when any person is going to fill the form, the same person is going to be created as a contact in Pipedrive automatically. Let me show you a real-time example how it is going to work. So I'm filling this form again with the name now as Sang Jen. This is the email and this is the phone number. Okay, and I'm filling this form again. I'm clicking on send, and you can see the form was sent successfully. Now I'm going to directly show you in my Pipedrive application if this contact got added or not. So I'm opening my Pipedrive, and you can see Sang Jen is added here automatically. Okay, so this is how it is going to happen in real time, guys. And guys, the good part is you can use this same workflow that I've just created, because I'm going to paste the link of this same workflow in the description so that you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly.
Hello everyone, this is Akib Javed. Welcomes you all on Pabbly. So guys, here I bring to you some great automation techniques by which you can do your business hassle-free and efficiently. And here in this video, I would like to show you a process by which you can automatically add your Elementor forms data into monday.com application in a specific group. As you guys already know that many websites and business owners use Elementor forms to receive many kind of responses, and they use monday.com application to manage their projects and tasks. So guys, in this video, I have taken the example of a hiring process for a company. So I would like to show you how you can use the connection between Elementor forms and monday.com for a hiring process. Okay, so the workflow of our automation will look something like this. As and when you receive a data from Elementor forms responses, this data will be automatically transferred here in monday.com application and will be added here as a new item in a specific group. But guys, there is no connection present between Elementor forms and monday.com. So to make this connection here, I am using a software called as Pabbly Connect. So guys, what Pabbly Connect will do, it will connect these two applications together such that whenever you receive a form response here in Elementor, the data will be delivered automatically to monday.com and added here as a new item in a specific group. And guys, the best part of making this automation is that you will not require any coding skills or programming knowledge. So now let me show you the process by which you can also make this automation on my computer screen.
So guys, this is my computer screen, and here you can see I have opened a form here created with the help of Elementor form application. Okay, so this is a form for any hiring process. So we are hiring for any construction project. So we have distributed this form with the candidates. So whenever they apply for this construction project through this form, the details of the applicants will be delivered from this form to monday.com in different groups according to the selected choices of the post we have given. Okay, you can see we have these three choices here: supervisor, surveyor, and field officer. And we have these same groups here in our monday.com. You can see supervisor, surveyor, and field officer. So according to the selected choices, the detail of the applicant will be delivered on the specific group. Okay, let me show you how it is going to happen. So I'm going to fill this form again, and this is the name of the applicant, Harsha Yadav, and this is the number and all other details. So she's applying for the position of, let's say, field officer. Okay, and I'm clicking on send here. Okay, so you can see the form was sent successfully. Now let's check in monday.com if we have received the data. And you can see in this field officer group in monday.com, the applicant added automatically here. Right, now you can change the status of this person from like this, or you can add any hiring personnel here, and you can do many things here. And this is how it is going to happen in real time. Now you guys are wondering how I managed to bring this person here automatically. So let me show you the process by which you can also make this automation. So guys, to create this automation, first of all, you have to sign up here in this page. You have to type PABBLY, that is pabbly.com/connect. And from this page, you can set up your free Pabbly Connect trial account in just 2 minutes by clicking here on sign up free button. Okay. After signing up, you can sign in, and when you sign in, you will reach this page, the all apps section of Pabbly. From here, you have to come to this Pabbly Connect panel and click on access now. So that will bring you to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect here like this. So guys, here you have to start working by creating a workflow of automation like this. Okay, so to create a workflow, you just have to click here on create workflow button like this, and then you can give a suitable name to your workflow also. So let me fill the name here. So guys, I have filled the name here as send Elementor forms data to monday.com in a specific group. Okay, now you can click here on create button and you can see your workflow getting created like this. Okay, so here you'll find these two things, the trigger and the action. So this automation work on these two things. The trigger says when this happens, action says Pabbly Connect do this. All right. As in our use case, our trigger would be a new submission in Elementor form, and the action to that trigger would be to send the data of the person who have filled the form to monday.com application. Okay. So first of all, you have to click here on this trigger window, and from this choose app, you have to choose your trigger application, which is Elementor. Okay. Right. Now you have to select your trigger event. So trigger event would be a new form submission. So click on it and this will generate this URL. So this is called as a webhook URL, guys. And with the help of this, we are going to connect Elementor form with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so you can read this text here. For connecting Elementor, you have to go to inside Elementor, edit your form and get this integration. Okay, so let me show you the process. You can read this text to know how you can do it. So you just have to copy this from here like this, then go to your Elementor's dashboard. Okay, so you have to edit this form by clicking on edit with Elementor. Okay, so this form, the editor of Elementor will open up like this, and this is our form here. Okay, so click on your form, and when you click on any field, you will see on the left hand side this content option. Okay, so in content, you need to scroll down, and here you will find this actions after submit button. Click on it like this, and here you have to select in this field you have to type webhook. Okay, so this is webhook, select it, and after that you will find this webhooks option here. Click on it, and in this webhook URL field, you have to paste the field that you have copied from Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let me erase this field, and the URL that we have copied is this one. So I'm going to paste it here in this webhook URL field like this. Okay, then click on this update button, green button. Okay, so you can see our form is updated now, and here you can see, as I have copied this webhook URL, it started showing waiting for the webhook's response. This means you need to do a test submission here to get the record of Elementor form captured here in Pabbly Connect. Okay, so for that you have to fill the form again. You have to do a demo submission so that we can capture the data. So I'm going to open this form again. Okay, I'm clicking on view page option, and the page or the form will open up. Here I'm going to fill this form again with this name now. Okay, and now I am selecting postgraduate, and the post applied is for surveyor. Okay, and I'm clicking on send here, and you can see the form was sent successfully. Form is submitted. Now let's check in Pabbly Connect if we have captured the data. So you can see the data is captured here. The name is saying Jen, and the higher education postgraduate, applied for surveyor, and all other details that we filled. Okay, so now we want to add the same person in monday.com in a specific group that we have created there. Okay, for that, what you have to do first we are going to send this data to a common group we have in monday.com. Then we are going to move the data, right? Let me show you. For that, you have to click here on this actions tab, and from this choose app, you have to choose your action application, which is monday.com. Okay, so this is it. Click on monday.com, then click on this action event and select this create item option. Okay, so after this, click on connect, and from this window select add new connection, and you can read this instructions. Now you have to log into your monday.com, and from this admin section you will find this API token which we need to paste here to make the connection. Let me show you the process. So this is my monday.com application, and what we are doing here, actually we have this Elementor form responses group here, and first we collect all the data that we are capturing from the responses here in this group. Then we will move the data bit by bit according to the selected positions. Okay, now let me first make the connection. So from here you have to click on this avatar like this, and here you can see this admin section, admin option. Click on admin, and from this page you have to click on this API option here. Okay, so this is the API v2 token. This is what we needed. Click on this copy here and paste this API token here in this token field like this. Then click on save here, and you can see we are going to be connected like this. Okay, now it is asking for the board's name. So here you can see in monday.com we have these boards. Okay, these are all the boards I have, and the board we are using is this job applications board. This is the board's name. So you have to select this board from this list. It will show you all the boards. So this is our board, job applications. Now it is asking for the group in which you want to create this item. So we are creating this item in this Elementor form responses group, as I have already shown you, Elementor form responses. Okay, so select the group, then you have to give the item name. So you can give the item name on the name of your candidate or your applicant. You can see we have captured the data in this first tab, so we are going to use this same data to map the details here. Okay, so in this item name you have to click here on this field, and you will find this Elementor form option available here. Click on it, and you will find all the details that we have captured in the first tab. Okay, so from here only I'm going to map the name like this. Okay, then it is asking for the name again, so you can map the name again, not to worry. And the person ID, let's check if we have the person ID. No, we do not have. So this is not a compulsory thing. If you have all these things, you can map these things. If not, you can leave these things blank, such as you can see in the status label. You can enter the status manually here. You can see in monday.com we can change the status as this of any column like this. Okay, like this, working on it, stuck, done, or you can add the label here also according to you. But if you want to if you do not want to add this label here, you can do it manually in monday.com also, so we can keep it blank right now. So I am leaving all these things which are not compulsory blank for now, and here I'm going to click on save and send test request, and you will see this data will be delivered to monday.com here in this group. Okay, let me show you. So I'm clicking here on save and send test request, and it is loading now, and you can see it started showing this response. It created a item ID let's check in our monday.com application, and you can see in Elementor form responses this person is added like this. Okay, now we want to move this person to different groups according to the selection of the position he have chosen. Okay, for that what you have to do, we are going to apply router functionality of Pabbly. So we are going to create a number of routes according to the choices we have given. So in this form you can see we have given these choices, the three choices: supervisor, surveyor, and the field officer. Okay, so the person who is selecting supervisor, I want to add that same person in the supervisor group in monday.com, and those who choose surveyor, I want to send them to surveyor group, and those who choose field officer, I want to send them to field officer group. For that we are going to apply and make 3 routes. Okay, so for that you have to click here on this plus icon, and another action window will open up like this, and from here you can choose router by Pabbly. Okay, and from here you can create those routes. So in route 1, let me rename this step. You can rename these steps so that you can know clearly what we are doing. Route 1 is for, let's say, surveyor. Okay, and by clicking on set filters and actions tab, you can actually set up the routes, and here it will show you this filter. So with the help of this filter we are going to apply a condition by which we are going to send the data. So now what is our condition? Our condition is this, that our applicant applied for surveyor position. Okay, so we are going to use this label only, applied for label. Okay, let me show you how. So I'm going to the router and the route 1 surveyor, clicking on set filter and actions tabs, and it is asking now in this filters tab, select your label. So we are going to select this label from this Elementor tab. You will see this applied for label. Click on it, make the filter type equals to. Okay, and here in this value we are going to put surveyor. Okay, so just make sure to keep the spelling same. Okay, so what will happen now, we are telling to Pabbly that when the person applied for surveyor equal to surveyor, then only make the workflow continue, and I am clicking on save and send test request, and it is showing the condition is true. So when this condition matches true, what we want to do, we want to move this person to the surveyors group. So I have clicked on this plus icon again, and from this actions tab I am going to select from this choose app monday.com again. Okay, and now in this action event we are going to select move an item. Okay, move an item to group, right? And then click on connect, and now you can choose this existing connection option because we have already connected with monday.com in a previous step, right? So I'm selecting this and clicking on save only, and need not to do anything. Okay, now it is asked in which board you want, and in which board you want to move the person. So we have this board, job applications only. Okay, and in this group we want to add this person into surveyor group. Okay, because he has applied for the surveyor. And this item ID section, I am going to map this item ID. Let me show you. Let me show you here in this previous step. Here you can see in this step, in the second step, when I created the item, it has given us this item ID. Okay, so we are going to map this item ID here in this route 1 monday.com, move an item to group. Okay, and here in this item ID, toggle this map button to on and erase this. Okay, and here you will find these options. So from this second option monday.com, you will find the item ID created, map the ID like this. Okay, so when I click here on save and send test request, you will see that this person will be moved this person. Which person? The person who we have here, who have applied for the surveyor, will be moved to the group, this group, surveyor group. Okay, so I'm clicking here on save and send test request. Okay, and you can see it started showing this response here. Now let's check in a monday.com if this person got moved. So you can see from the Elementor, the person got moved to the surveyor like this, right? So connection is working properly. So our first route is completed. So just click on save here. Okay, right? Then click on done. And now we are going to clone this same step because we need the same step for other two positions also. So by clicking here on clone button, clone option, you can clone the same step like this. Okay, so this step is cloned, and you can rename this step also. This is route 2 for which position? For, let me show you, we have given these positions: supervisor, surveyor. Okay, so let us set up the route for supervisor. Okay, then update this. Okay, now click here on set filters and action steps, and you can see the step is already here, that we have created in the first route. Okay, and here we need to change just these two things. Let me show you. In this filter step, now you have to make the applied for equals to supervisor. Okay, so you have to put here supervisor like this. Okay, then click here on save and send test request, and you can see the condition is false now because the person whose data we have captured now is applied for the surveyor. So this is showing the condition is false, but in real time when any person opt for supervisor position, this condition will be true and the workflow will continue. Okay, and what will happen when it continue? That person will be moved to a different group. Now the group will be changed to from surveyor to supervisor. Let me refresh this. So you can refresh this field from this button here. Okay, and you can see the supervisor group here. Just map the supervisor group now and click on save. Do not need to do anything, because if you click on save and send test request again, this person whom we have moved to surveyor will get moved to supervisor again. Okay, so need not to click on that button, just click on save and done. Okay, so two routes are created, and we are going to clone this step again one more time for the third route for the field officer. Okay, let me delete this route, this is not necessary now. Okay, and I am renaming this route for the field officer. For field officer. Okay, right, now update this route, click on set filters and actions tab, and it will be set automatically like this because we have cloned this step. And but the things that are needs to be changed is this one, from supervisor to field officer. Now the filter type will be equal to field officer. Let me show you the yeah, here you can see field officer. So put field officer here. Okay, and click on save and send test request, and the condition will be false again. Okay, right, need not to worry about it. Click on this monday.com step and change the group from supervisor to field officer. It is not showing us. Just refresh from here by clicking on this icon, and it is showing the group. Select the group and just save the data. Right, so in real time I'll show you what will happen in the real time. So our workflow is completed now. Click on done here. Okay, so before I give you the recap what we have done, first let me show you the real-time example. what will happen when any person choose another another position. Okay, so here I am going to fill the name as Heather Khan. Okay, the email, the mobile number, and the 12th class, and the position he's choosing is field officer. Okay, right? And you can see in monday.com right now we do not have we have these two persons for the field officer position, Yamini Singh and Harshat Yadav. Okay, so I'll show you for this person if he got added or not. So I'm clicking on send here, and you can see the data sent successfully. Now let's check in monday.com if the data was captured, and you can see in the field officer group Heather Khan is added, right? So connection is working perfectly. So now let me give you a quick recap what we have done here. So first of all, in this trigger window, I connected Elementor application by which we have created our form, and after that, with the help of this URL, we connected with the form. Then we captured a demo submission like this. After that, I connected with monday.com to create an item in a common group. Okay, so first we have created the item with the help of the data we have received from Elementor by mapping the details like this. Okay, and it showed us the item ID. After that, we set up 3 routes for 3 different positions, for the surveyor, for the supervisor, and for the field officer. And these are similar steps. I can show you. Here we have applied the filter that when applied position equal to surveyor, move the item to surveyor group, right? And then when the applied position equal to supervisor, move the item to supervisor group. And when the applied position is for field officer, move that item to field officer group. Okay. And guys, you can use this same workflow, because I'm going to paste this same workflow in the description so that you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect trial account and start running this automation instantly.
In this video, I will be integrating the Elementor multi-step form with Google Sheet. This means whenever someone is going to fill up your multi-step form inside Elementor, we will be transferring over the entire data which we have collected through Elementor form into your Google Sheet file. Now we will be doing this integration with the help of Pabbly Connect software. Pabbly Connect is an integration application which basically binds multiple applications together through a single interface. So I will be going through the entire demo and I will show you how we are going to do the integration between the Elementor multi-step form and Google Sheet. So the first step that we have to do is we have to go and log in inside the Pabbly Connect software. You can go to the website pabbly.com and you can basically do a sign up inside Pabbly Connect application. Once signed up, you will be reaching out to this dashboard. Now you can click on create new workflow inside the software. So we will say Elementor to Google Sheets, and I will be saving this workflow. Now this is the automation workflow that we are designing, and we are just designing this Elementor workflow just to make sure that we can transfer the leads from one place to another. Now within the trigger section, the first thing that we have to do is we have to just click on Elementor forms, and then we have to select new form submission right here. Now to add this specific URL, we need to add this webhook URL inside Elementor, so that whenever there is a submission that happens inside Elementor, we will be notified of that submission inside Pabbly Connect. You can basically go through this entire description right here, but currently what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do and show you the demo. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to copy this webhook URL, then you have to move back to the Elementor screen right here, and then since your page is already opened up, I'm going to click on edit with Elementor right here. This will open up the Elementor screen, the builder. I will be clicking on the form section right here. You can just click this small pencil icon. Then you have to select actions after submit. Within the actions after submit, you can mention that you would like to use a webhook. So you can type WEBH, and that will actually give you a webhook. As soon as you do that, you will see a new option appearing right here which says webhook. You can just click on that, and the URL that we actually copied from Pabbly Connect, we will be pasting out this URL right here. Okay, and once we do that, we can simply update our form. Now, once the form is updated, once you think everything is ready, you can basically exit to dashboard. And then you can basically go to the pay to vault WP1, your WordPress website homepage, and you can actually go to the multi-step form page which we have actually designed earlier. Now this form already has an integrated webhook in it. So now what we are going to do is we are just going to go back to Pabbly Connect and we will click on capture webhook response button right here. As soon as we do that, now the Pabbly Connect is actually waiting for a webhook to arrive or the submission to arrive from Elementor. So I'm just going to fill out this form now. So I'm just typing out my name, my email address. I'm just going to click next. I'm just going to write down my city name, and this is my first message. So this is just a general message that I just typed, and I can then click the send button right here. As you can see, it takes some little moment, but you can see the form is submitted. Although we didn't see it, but you can see the form was sent successfully. Okay, so now we can actually go back to Pabbly Connect, and you can see all the data is already transferred right here. You can see the name, which is right here. You can see the email, which is right here. You can see the city name and the message appearing. Everything is right here. We also have the user agent, the page URL through which the page is submitted. We have the IP address. We have the powered by segment and the form ID of this specific form. So since we already received the webhook response from Elementor form, we can just save it. And now we are going to click on this plus button right here. By clicking this plus button, we can now integrate the Elementor multi-step form Google Sheet with this specific response. So what we are going to do is we are just going to select and write Google Sheets right here. We will be saying that we want to append the values. Then we will click the connect with Google Sheet button right here. I will be pressing the connect button right here. And then I will choose my username, which is shown right here, and I will allow it. As you can see, my account is successfully authorized and I am basically connected to my Google Sheet. Now the next thing that I have to do is I have to select the spreadsheet, which is the Elementor multi-step form, and then the sheet, which is sheet 1. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this. I will be typing it. So I can see the Elementor multi-step form is appearing right here. Then I will select the sheet 1 in which I want to enter the data. And as you can see, there are just 4 labels, 1, 2, 3 and 4 labels. So we have to write and send these values inside our Google Sheet file. To send these values, we actually have to write everything in double quotes. Okay, so every value comes in its own double quotes, and between double quotes the value will come. But there are just 4 fields right now, so each value needs to be separated by comma. So I'm just going to type this 4 times. Okay. So I'm just going to place my cursor between the first double quotes. Okay. And then I'm just going to click on this mapping button and I'm just going to select my name. Then I'm just going to click on second double quotes and I'm going to choose my email address. I'm going to click on third, and the third data was the name of the city. So I'm just going to select city, and the fourth name is the message. So I just mapped the message right here as well. So I'm now saving it and I'm sending a test request. As you can see, the sheet is now updated. So we will go back and we can see the sheet is right here. This means Pabbly Connect has successfully made a connection between your Elementor form and your Google Sheet. This means whenever your Elementor form is going to be filled, all the details will actually go back to Google Sheet in real time. Now I am going to go back to the Elementor form again and I'm going to fill out the details right here. Okay, so you can see I just entered my first name, last name and my email address. I'm clicking on next button. I enter my city name. This is my second message. Okay, and since everything is integrated, now I'm just going to send this message right again just to see if everything is working fine. So you can see the form was sent successfully. So I'm just heading back and you can see the data is right here. The first name, last name is here, the email address is here, the city is here and the message is here. This means our entire integration between Elementor form and Google Sheet is completed. and you can basically get all the data that is submitted through the multi-step form using Elementor into your Google Sheet account.
Hello everyone, I am Arpit Kumar Sharma and welcome back to Pabbly. So today I am going to tell you how you can add Elementor form leads to your Salesforce as contacts. Now what will happen? And let me first tell you why would you need this automation. Suppose you are having a form and you have that form as a survey form or as a product form or something like that, whatever it can be. Now the details of those forms will be saved into your Salesforce account, where it will create an automatic new contact. Now that contact, or I should say those contacts, will be saved in your Salesforce account, and you can use those contacts as new leads, and also you can use them to contact the customers or to contact the people who filled your form previously. Now to do this automation, we are going to use an integration and automation service, Pabbly Connect, which will help you connect Elementor and Salesforce together, so that whenever a new form submission is done in Elementor, those details will be saved into your Salesforce account as a new contact. Now, if you want to learn this automation, you have to come with me to the screen.
And now we are on our screen. So what we have to do, we have to go to the address bar and type in pabbly.com/connect. And as soon as you will press enter, you will be redirected to this web page. Now here you have two options. Either you can sign in or you can sign up. Now signing up is absolutely free, and it will also give you 100 free tasks every month from our side, so that you can practice the workflows that we are teaching you. Now, I already have an account here, so I will just go for sign in, and then I will click on access now for Pabbly Connect. Now here you have to create a new automation, and to create a new automation, you have to click on create workflow. So what we are doing here, we are connecting Elementor to Salesforce. Okay. So I'm naming this Elementor to Salesforce. If you want to name it, another name, I should have said, if you want to give it another name, you can give it. So now let's just create it. Now here you can see you have two windows, a trigger and action. Now trigger is the window where an event is happening at the start of the process, and action is the window where the final event is happening at the end of the process. So trigger is when this is happening, action is do this. So what is happening here? We are having a form submission in our Elementor forms. So what you will do, go to event, and you have a trigger event here, new form submission. Now we are going to connect our Elementor form with our Pabbly Connect by using this webhook URL. Okay. So what we will do, we will copy this webhook URL, and now I will go to WordPress. Now here you can see I have many pages, but just to explain you, I am just going to Elementor. Now, if you have Elementor in your website, it is very good. If you do not have it, you have to purchase it. Now, what we will do, we will create a new page. I already have some pages, but I am doing it for you so that you can learn how to do it. So we will go and select edit with Elementor. And now you can see that I have an Elementor dashboard here. Now what I will do, I will just choose a template for form, and now I will edit this. Let me just delete this one, and now I will edit this. So I have name, email, and message. Now what I want is name, email. I want a contact number as well. So I'll just go here, I'll select number, and I'll name it contact number. Okay. Now name, email, contact number. I also want contact number, name, email. What else do you want? Because first name and last name. Yeah. Because Salesforce takes first name and last name, so we are going to rename this as first name, and then I am going to rename this as last name. So as you can see, first name, last name, email, contact number. I will just rename this from message to description, and I will add one more item, which is company. Okay. Now, if you want, you can add address 1, address 2, company details, home number, work number, business number, etc., etc. But I don't think that a form should be that long. So I am just keeping it simple. So you can see I have first name, last name, email, contact number, company, and description. Now what I can do is I can just go and publish it. But before publishing, what I have to do, I have to connect my Pabbly Connect to my Elementor forms. So what I will do, I will just copy this webhook URL, go here, and you can see here I have an option of actions after submit. Now here it is written also. Go to your website and inside Elementor, edit the form you want to get integrated. Under actions after submit, add webhook. Open the webhook toggle, enter the webhook URL you copied above, save the page and go to the live version of the page. So here we will go actions after submit. I will delete this, and I will simply select webhook. Now here I will go for webhook and I will paste the webhook URL I just copied from my Pabbly Connect account. And as you can see, I have done everything here. So I'll just click on publish. Now you can see this is my published page, name, last name, email, contact number, company, and description. And this is my form. Now what I am going to do, I am going to take a webhook response here through my Elementor. So I'll go for my name, which is Arpit. Last name is Sharma. arpitsharma@gmail.com. Contact number is a dummy number I'm using here, 9876456375. Okay. Let me just copy this just in case I will forget my dummy contact number. And what is here? Company. Okay. So company is, let me write I am from Pabbly Connect. So I'll just go for Pabbly Connect. And description. No, wait a minute. I'll just use my company and I will Arpit Sharma company, and now I will use my company to buy the software. Hey, I have been watching videos of Pabbly Connect integrations and I am interested in your plan. Please get to me ASAP, which means as soon as possible. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on send. And as soon as I will click on send, you can see the form was sent successfully. And here in Pabbly Connect, I have the response Arpit Sharma, arpitsharma@gmail.com. This is my number. This is the name of my company, which I just wrote as a dummy name, Arpit Sharma Company. This is the description I have given here. This is my form ID. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to create a new contact in our Salesforce account. So what we will do, we will select Salesforce from here. And in action event, we will go for create contact. So a new contact will be created on the basis of these details. Okay. Now let us connect this. Add new connection and connect with Salesforce. Now, as soon as you will do that, it will allow you for the access to your Salesforce account. And do not worry, Pabbly Connect does not take any chances with your data and your data is absolutely safe. So as you can see, I already told you Salesforce takes the last name and first name, and that is why I used the last name and first name in my form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a technique which is called mapping. Now mapping will let me take the data from this window and then it will let me put the data to this window here. So what I will do, I will just click here and through mapping, I'll select my last name. Here I will select my first name, other street, and as I told you that in your form, you can add whatever you want to add in your fields. I did not add all these fields, so I'm not going to map these fields here. So we will leave this. We will leave this as well. We will leave this, leave this, leave this, leave this. Okay, business phone. I do not want to put in business phone. I want to put mobile phone. So I'll just go for my number as mobile phone. So this is my number. Now, email, I have my email here, arpitsharma@gmail.com. Title, I do not have anything. In department, I'll just go for my company, Arpit Sharma company. Assistant's name, no. Lead source, no. Description. So this is the description. Hey, I have been using videos of Pabbly, and after that, you can see it has written, hey, I have been watching videos of Pabbly Connect integrations, and I am interested in your plan. Please get to me ASAP. That's good. Now, as soon as I will click on save and send test request, a new contact you can see have been added. A new contact has been added in my Salesforce account. So this is my Salesforce account, and when I will go and click on contacts, you can see here is the new contact, Sharma Arpit. And when I will open it, you can see Arpit Sharma company, Pabbly Connect, description, hey, I have been watching videos of Pabbly Connect integrations and I am interested in your plan. Please get to me ASAP. Now, let us try it one more time. Let me go back. Now, you can see we do not have any other contact here. Let's go here. Let me type in a new name, Swati. Last name is Sharma. Email is swatisharma@gmail.com. Contact number is 9876677, whatever it is, dummy number, 98767564777. Company, Swati Sharma company. And description, hello, sir. I have been watching your videos on Pabbly Form Builder and I am interested in the same. Please reply me back so that we can talk about it. Okay. Hello, sir. I have been watching your videos on Pabbly Form Builder. Pabbly Form Builder, and I'm interested in the same. Please reply me back so that we can talk about it. Okay. So now, as soon as I will click on send, you can see the message has been sent successfully, or I should say the form submission has been sent successfully. And when I will go here, you can see there is no contact by Swati Sharma. Now I will refresh it. And you can see as soon as I refreshed, I have a new contact with the name Sharma Swati. And here you can see Swati Sharma company, Pabbly Connect. Hello, sir. I have been watching your videos on Pabbly Form Builder and I'm interested in the same. Please reply me back so that we can talk about it. Okay. So this is how you can connect your Elementor forms to your Salesforce contact, or I should say to your Salesforce account, so that whenever a new form submission will be done in your Elementor forms, a new contact will automatically be created in your Salesforce account. And this is a very useful automation which will help you, scale your business. And if you want to use this beautiful workflow, you just have to go to my description box and copy the link and clone the workflow in your account. But for that, you need to have your account on Pabbly Connect. And to do that, you have to go and sign up. Signing up is absolutely free, and it will also give you 100 free tasks every month from our side. So what are you waiting for? Go and sign up now. Hasta la vista.
So in this video, we are going to learn how to create HubSpot contact for new Elementor form submission. Now suppose guys, you are using Elementor form and created some kind of online form and added it into your website or shared it with your users. Now you want that whenever you receive a new form submission, a new response in that form, using the same details entered by the user, you want to create the contact, add the person as a contact in HubSpot. But guys, the manual process of getting the Elementor form submission details and creating HubSpot contact is very much repetitive and time consuming. So in this video, we will see how you can automate this process.
So in this automation, the trigger will be getting a new form submission, a new response in Elementor forms. An action will be adding the contact with the same form submission details in HubSpot CRM. So how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is a simple form which I have created using Elementor, and I have added this form into my website. Now I want that whenever a user enters their details and submits the form, I want to add that same user as a new contact in my HubSpot CRM. And to make this happen, we have to connect our Elementor form with HubSpot. And we are going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an automation and integration platform to do so. So here you can see that we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard, and to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. So after coming to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Elementor to HubSpot. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, you can see two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first, we have to connect this form which we have created using Elementor with Pabbly Connect, so that every time we receive a new form submission, a new response in this form, we will get that same form submission data in our Pabbly Connect workflow. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to send those same form submission details to HubSpot, and using those details, we are going to add that user as a new contact. So let's see how it is done. Now here in trigger window, in Choose App, search for Elementor. Just select it. And then in trigger event from the drop down, select the trigger event as new form submission. After selecting a trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. And using this webhook URL, we are going to connect our Elementor form with Pabbly Connect. So how it is done? Let's see. Just copy this webhook URL from here and go to the form which you have created using Elementor. So this is the form. After opening this form in edit mode, just hover on it, and at the right top corner of this form, you have this edit form button. Just click on it. After clicking on it, here on the left side, you can see different edit options over here. Out of all of this, select actions after submit, and here in add action from the drop down, select webhooks. As we select webhooks over here you can see a new option of webhooks is added below it. Just click on it, and here in this option, you can see a field of webhook URL. Now here in this field of webhook URL, you have to paste the exact same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just copy it from here and then paste it over here. After pasting this, just click on Update. And yes, it is done. We have just now added this webhook URL in our Elementor form. Now every time we are going to receive a new form submission in this form, automatically that same form response will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And we are going to do the same. We are going to make a test form submission in this form. Let's click on this preview form button, and in a new tab, this form will open up in preview mode. And here we are going to enter the details of a dummy user. For example, demo user, this is the name. This is the email address of a test user. Then let's add a dummy mobile number as well. And then let's enter the city, for example, Delhi. Click on submit. So just now we have received a new form submission in this form which we have created using Elementor. And we will see as we receive this form submission, the same form submission details will also be received inside Pabbly Connect. And yes, here in our Pabbly Connect workflow in this trigger window, you can see the same response. In this response, you can see the same first name, same last name, same email, and the same city as well, also the same mobile number. This means the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. Now after this, we have to move to the next step. And in the next step, using these details which we have received from Elementor form submission, we have to create a contact in HubSpot CRM. And to do this, just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in Choose App, search for HubSpot. Just select it. After selecting HubSpot CRM, an action event from the drop down, select the action event as Create a Contact. Click on Connect, and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our HubSpot CRM account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Connect with HubSpot CRM button and then select your HubSpot CRM account in which you want to create the contact. Just select the account and then here we will see our HubSpot CRM account will get connected with Pabbly Connect because we have already logged into a HubSpot account in our browser over here. After connecting our HubSpot account, here you can see there are several fields of data which HubSpot is asking us. So guys, here if you have received all of these details which HubSpot has asked us, if you have received all of these details from form submission from the user, you can basically map these details in the respective fields. Right now, most of these fields are not mandatory, not required. So I'm just going to ignore these fields for now. So we will just scroll down and map the data in some important fields over here. So here you can see there's a field of status in the drop down where we are going to select active. Then after that, here you can see the field of role. So here guys, you can see in the drop down there, you can see a list of different roles which we are going to assign to these contacts. You can select the required role as well. Then after that, we'll scroll down further and here you can see some other details over here like the time zone. So you can see select the time zone of the contact which you are creating in HubSpot. So let me select my time zone over here, that is Asia, Kolkata. So let me just select it from the drop down. We'll scroll down and here it is. After selecting the time zone, we will just scroll down and we will see the fields of some basic details like the first name over here. So we have received the first name from Elementor form submission responses inside Pabbly Connect. And from that same response of trigger which we have received from Elementor, we have to map the first name over here. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and in the drop down below, here you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Elementor. And out of all of these responses, select the response of first name and map it over here. After mapping the first name, it is asking us some other fields and here you can see the field of last name. So just click here and from the drop down from Elementor form responses, select the response of last name. Scroll down further, map the field of email address, just click here. From your drop down, map the email address and here you can see a field of phone number. Just click here and from the drop down, map the phone number as well. Other than this, you can see there are lots and lots of fields over here. Like here you can see city. So from the drop down, we have received the city and we are going to map it too. So if you want to add these details, you just have to ask these same details in the Elementor form which you have created and added in the website. Right now, I have just created a simple form and received all of these details which I have mapped in their respective fields. And after mapping all the required details, what we have to do, we just have to scroll down and click on this save and send test request. Now, when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, basically the details of a user which we have received from Elementor form submission, using the same details, a new contact is created in our HubSpot CRM. So let's check it. We will go to HubSpot and we'll go to the contacts page over here. And yes, guys. Here you can see that in our HubSpot CRM, just now a new contact is added. The name of this contact is demo user. Here you can see the same email address which we have entered while submitting the form in Elementor. You can see the same number and other details as well over here. This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever we are going to receive a new form submission in Elementor, automatically with the same form responses, a new contact will be created in our HubSpot CRM. So here guys, we have successfully created this automation. Now let's test this automation workflow once in real time. So once again, we will go to this form which we have created using Elementor. And we are going to make another submission over here, another test submission. For example, this time the name of the person is test user. This is the email address. And this is the mobile number, a dummy mobile number. The city is, for example, New York. And click on submit. So just now we are going to make another form submission in this form which we have created using Elementor. And after making this form submission, just now we have received a new response in Elementor forms. And we will see instantly, automatically with the same form details, a new contact will be created in HubSpot CRM. So let's refresh this contacts page of HubSpot CRM over here. And yes guys, Here you can see that test user, the same user whose details just now, few seconds ago we have added while submitting the form, the same user is added as a new contact in HubSpot CRM. So you can see the same name, same email address, same number and other details as well. So this means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine, and we have tested this automation in real time. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this exact same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down to your suggestions, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.